I'm going to do my silly thing. I'm just going to check if my audio is right. Oh wow, I wasn't recording this whole time. Well, hello everyone. I wasn't meant to start the stream showing my inbox, as I had been to some Coppa Italia matches. This is where we left off the last stream. So the plan is today. Oh, Bordelash in trouble at Valencia. Where are Valencia in La Liga? Ninth. Okay, they can still get a European spot, but they have to pick it up right away. How have they been, Valencia? Well, of course. Ooh, is this? Ah, can we use the data hub in here? Not quite. No. Expected. Oh, maybe we can actually. Wait a second. Ah, that's really interesting. Everyone's got comparable XG, even the worst placed team, Mallorca. So, yes, today I'm going to be covering, if I have time. I don't know if I have time to cover all of the Champions League and Europa League matches, and it depends on how my stamina is. But the plan is, with this game, it is to, with this stream, is to continue where we left off from a week ago and simulate through some Europa League, Champions League matches. There'll be the League Cup final, there'll be some FA Cup games. As before, I'm not covering any league matches because we could go on all day and I don't want to be influencing too many games. That's the idea. So it's interesting though, looking at these teams. Vallecano only spent 3 million. Well, what? Like even Falcao's wages. I see. Salary. How do you rank? Oh, you can't rank salary. Well, that's disappointing. Salary is. Yeah, thought so. Really high. Atletico and then Sevilla. Yeah, Sevilla's a clear fourth best. Isn't too good for the rest of the league and not good enough to catch the top three. Mind you, Sevilla are definitely close to challenging for the league than Barcelona or Atletico this season in real life. Headers won. I see. Araujo winning all of the headers at Barcelona, or De Jong over the bar. No, I don't like to. Don't like to stand Luke De Jong that much. Actually, he's just a decent player in the wrong fit. Man, he needs to go somewhere else. Apparently, Cadiz is interested in Luke De Jong. So let's get straight into the stream. So Spanish Cup Pedri captures the attention. Well, Real Madrid is always AP in this game, so they'll win the Copa del Rey here. I'll be covering some commentary for these matches, as usual. Ooh, Richarlison could be leaving Everton. Oh my gosh, Luton keep winning their games because I picked Luton as a favourite team. They are a club of mine. They are a club I support. Get used to it. If you watch Championship games and you might not be fond of Luton, well, I am. Derby County on 7 points. Yeah, I think unless they have a crazy turnaround in the second half of the year, Derby keep going down. They beat West Bromwich though, which is a good start. But I do think that Derby County are in real trouble here. Bilic has taken over at Leeds. Well, he wouldn't be terrible, Slaven Bilic, but I don't know. He's a good manager, I think, but the guy I think gets too excited, too jumpy at times, too emotionally affected. Jones is the new what? Is it Ricky J. Jones? Howe sacked by Newcastle. So yeah, Howe's gone. And Alex Neil has been sacked by Charlton. Acuna makes Newcastle debut. But Howe got sacked straight away. Let me just see. By Amanda Staveley. Yeah, she will be making a lot of big decisions, won't she? Under the new ownership. Where is Newcastle at the moment? What's their schedule been like? What formation have they been playing? Supposedly they've been playing 4-4-2 from the outset. And they lost to Blackburn on penalties. Let me just see. Oh, a very lengthy shootout. Very lengthy. Dwight Gale scored this penalty. All the outfield players took penalties in the end. Okay. Burritt and Diaz, yay. Yep. So we'll get right into this then. We'll go through the stream and watch some games. I thought I'd gone live at this point, but like 3 minutes ago, but YouTube said nope. So I'd started the stream and thought I'd gone live, but not this time round. Ooh, Mings might renew with Villa. Ooh, Valverde insecure at Man United. Daniel Marlin steals the show here. Oh, Gonzalo Martinez has gone to PSG. This is a left-footed forward from... he was at River Plate, wasn't he, at one point? Yeah, Huracan and River Plate, then left for Atlanta United and Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. I assume that's his real career trajectory. I remember that guy smashing a penalty off the bar at the Club World Cup. The noise on the world feed it made when it hit the bar. I think it was against one of the Qatari or UAE clubs. They played a River Plate in, like, what was it, semi-final in the Club World Cup. And I thought it was brilliant. He smashed it off the bar and the noise it made was incredible. In the end, obviously a waste. It would have been interesting to see River in the final against Real. So Hannes Wolf is insecure, very insecure. Dean Smith, Valverde, insecure generally for all of these guys. Lee Johnson at Sunderland, Holloway at Wickham, Ventura at Frosinone, lol. Valerian Ismail at West Bromwich, Chris Wilder, Emery at Villarreal, Bordelash at Valencia, Thomas Frank Ranieri. Yeah, because of course, yes. So there's two Hannes Wolfs, interesting. Of relation, maybe? I don't know. So, should Stuart McKinstry be in the first team? And most would agree no. Pellegrini lost through injury with a damaged knee. Okay, that's pretty serious, isn't it? Oh, 3 to 4 weeks. Let's look at his form. Let's look at Pellegrini. Oh, look at these numbers. Got a goal and assist in one of his matches. I see. He hasn't taken any penalties. I like this data hub. This is cool. Let's see, all teams actually, all teams. So he plays as an advanced playmaker in the game typically. So this is in the Conference League, isn't it? Advanced playmaker, even in central midfield. So which game is this? Cagliari played Roma. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, he played as a central midfielder. Okay, it's really interesting what the AI do setting teams up here. Here we go, first Champions League match, and I picked, I believe it was Bayern Munich against Manchester United. It is indeed, and then Porto Atletico going on the other game. I feel the game will get Atletico to win. So guys, the first match of this Champions League knockout campaign. Of course, they are drawn against different clubs in real life. Our Bayern, I think, face... I forgot who Bayern face, but Manchester United, of course, face Atletico. Is Kimmich fit? And I do expect Bayern to win this, obviously. Who wouldn't at this stage? They've got Sabitzer and Goretzka in the double pivot. Kimmich seems to play it right back a lot in this game. United have got William Carvalho as part of the Valverde system. So they're playing 4-3-3. And Bayern are playing 4-2-3-1. I didn't mean to pause it, but off we go. Jamal Musiala is the number 10 for Bayern. Cristiano Ronaldo playing as a lone centre forward. Okay. So Luke Shaw throws it to Pogba. Marcus Rashford Edge of the box here. Marcus Rashford trying to cut in, and the cross. Ronaldo. Pogba. What a hit. It's common to see Pogba strike from the edge of, if not outside the box. And he's finished superbly to give United the away goal. Of course, away goals don't count under this new format, but it's very valuable for Manchester United nonetheless. Sabitzer is a ball winner. I don't see why that should work. Interesting, Neuer is the sweeper keeper and De Gea is a regular keeper. Ronaldo's playing as a poacher. Okay, Pogba is the advanced player where Fernandes and Mizala. Carvalho is the DM. Yeah, I think it should be the other way around really. I think Goretzka should be playing in the ball-winning role and Sabitzer and the advanced playmaker if you're going to get the best out of him. Hey, Bayern are playing with two playmakers. That doesn't work. Kimmich to take the corner. Goretzka's in there. It's off the bar. And away by Varane. Bissaka tries to initiate a counter, but Hernandez tackles it. Ball is wedged under the seat on in the dugout there. Kimmich nearly feeding his double pivot teammate when they choose to play that role. Ball's always on the 6-yard line. I barely see it because it blends into the line. There's Carvalho. Harry Maguire tries to feed Ronaldo, but it's with Sabitzer. Now Leon Goretzka. Lucas Hernandez. The teenager Jamal Musiala. Now Alphonso Davies. Goretzka. Sabitzer, who's also good from range. He feeds it into Kimmich. Thomas Muller. Fantastic finish. They've had some good chances. In fact, possibly one's better than the one Muller had. But he rolled it under the defenders and into the bottom corner. Evading David De Gea. Fantastic finish. He just simply let it trickle over the line, evading everybody and in, and we're level. Under the away goals rule, United would be going through as things stand. If this was to be the final aggregate scoreline, it probably won't be. So here we see Muller's XG was 0.09. Shot off the bar from Goretzka was 0.1 XG. Upamecano had a shot off target that was 0.1. Gnabry had a shot that was blocked and it was pretty big. So, on we go. Kimmich with the assist. And of course he nearly assisted another goal to Goretzka's header thumping off the bar. See that Pogba's shot was so well taken. And after the first leg, well, I say that after looking at the XG, you can say that United have been fortunate to score. Unfortunate that the scores are still level at this stage, even though we're quite late into this first leg of the tie. I don't think Valverde has made any changes. Fernandes gets a yellow card. Elsewhere, it's 2-1 in Porto. De Paul scoring first for Atletico, but a comeback for Bayern. Dudu is on for Ronaldo. Rashford moves into the centre-forward role. Dalot comes on as a wing-back. Nianzou has also been subbed on. And Mikel Cuisance and Leroy Sané. Cuisance, left-footed corner. And I think that was a save. Yes, David De Gea with a brilliant save. A really important stop to keep everything level going into the second leg. And here's Leroy Sané. Charge down, throw in or corner. This will be a throw in. Davis. Goretzka. Out by Fernandes. But it's with Dio. Upamecano. Davis's cross finding Muller. He goes for the header. But simply couldn't power it into De Gea much at all. And it was a good hit. Puissance, in the small amount of time he's had in the pitch, has made a decent impact, even if he hasn't officially contributed to a goal. Dudu. See Pogba. Pogba flying through Tellez. Tellez in space on the left. We'll try and get a cross in. Mason Greenwood nods it down. Fernandes! And United's are into the second leg with a fantastic aggregate lead. And unbelievably, the champions of 2020 have capitulated and collapsed in their own stadium. Excellent nod down by Greenwood. And then Fernandes had, in some respects, an empty net to fire into. And Bayern Munich will be desperately pressing. If they can equalise, it will just be a simple cup tie for the second leg. No away goals. And of course, Bayern are fortunate the away goals rule doesn't apply anymore, otherwise they'd be in even bigger trouble. United are under real pressure, but they're just keeping away Bayern. That was a real heavy-duty amount of pressure there from Bayern inside United's area. Alphonso Davies. Good ball into Sané. Lewandowski! That is an excellent response. Bayern Munich proving once again why they were all conquering. As we see it again, Upamecano and Davis. Davis with a fantastic ball up to Sané. And then he feeds Robert Lewandowski 2-2. It will be a cup tie in the return leg. Surely it will be over now. It is a very exciting game of football. Two dramatic goals right at the end. Who is Dudu? I don't know who this is. Is he? Oh wow, he played in Brazil and now he's been bought for 12 million by... that could be just a Valverde signing or something. But Bayern, man, is Nagelsmann too stubborn, forcing Kimmich to play it right back? And outside that double pivot where he really shines. Well, Bayern have certainly struggled here. They deserved better, they will have thought. And an inspired performance from Manchester United. And I think ultimately we can only watch one of these. I will watch the reverse leg. It will be quite fun actually, because it is a cup tie. The first leg, because it's a draw, is irrelevant now. The match will be decided over the course of a single game. Extra time if it's level over 90 minutes, and penalties if it's level after 120. So, I didn't want to watch Milan against Chelsea, so we're watching Ajax take on Paris Saint-Germain in Amsterdam. Ajax obviously in real life have a really good team. They could easily surprise in this tournament, although I don't think they'll be lucky to reach the semi-finals like they did a couple of years ago, unless they've got even more performance to find in real life Ajax. So 4-3-3 for Paris Saint-Germain. That's a good system actually. Wijnaldum and Verratti ahead of Marquinhos, who is a great defensive unit all round, whether that be in midfield or as a central defender. Here's Gravenberch coming forwards. Ramos gets it away from Berghaus. Alvarez, Klaassen, Anthony looking for a teammate to release to. Into the penalty area, Berghaus. Kimpembe with a massive block. Klaassen. Mohamed Kudus. Gravenberch. And a heroic save from Gianluigi Donnarumma this time. Ajax can count themselves so unlucky not to have scored. PSG with some brilliant work to stop them from scoring. Kimpembe away. And Icardi keeps the ball out of play. But this was astonishing. Anthony, first of all, with a wonderful run, sending defenders one way then the other. Low cross. Berghaus really would have hoped to have scored. And Kimpembe with an incredible block. Actually, it's a good team. This is a good lineup. I don't know how good it is, but Mbappe on the wing, Messi in the right side of the attack, Icardi is the centre forward, and what looks like a balanced midfield for me. Technical work rate. Marquinhos! And a chance for PSG goes begging now. And then you have the wing backs there, Bernat and the Hakimi are of course proven great fullbacks. Especially Bernat for me. Hakimi is the better player, but Bernat has been fantastic at fullback for Bayern and especially PSG now. You've got a good back line. Maybe not Timber. So Alvarez. I'd play Alvarez and Gravenberch together, honestly. Marquinhos winning the free kick from Kudus. And it will be Lionel Messi on the end of this one. Oh! It's nicely struck, but it doesn't threaten the goal in the end. Just wide. Now I play Alvarez ahead of Klaassen. Maybe play Klaassen at 10 instead of Kudus. Or play Kudus in the place of Tadic. I think Kudus can even play as a centre forward, and maybe Kudus up top in the place of Berghaus. 4 left footers. 4 of them. Berghaus, Tadic, Kudus and Anthony are all left footed, aren't they? Timber to throw it in. Kudus. Berghaus. Plenty of space for Gravenberch here. Ryan Gravenberch denied by Donnarumma. With another very important stop. It's Tadic with the corner. And Gravenberch, I think, got it on the end of that as well. Another important save by the Italian keeper. Tadic. And Gravenberch again on the end of it. It's over the bar. I think the game is scripted. It's going to give Ajax loads of chances, but it doesn't matter how many they create. They just won't be allowed to score them, and PSG will get a chance to score. You just know it. 43rd minute. Onana clears it. Ahead of Ramos. Tadic wins it. Kudus now. Back to Dusan Tadic. Kudus. Tagliafico. Deep ball, Anthony! It's Ajax's deserved goal. They have been pushing for that the whole game so far. They have very much deserved it. They've created so many opportunities. And you felt they simply had to put one away at least. Maybe they should have another goal. But Anthony ensures that they're off the mark. Paris Saint-Germain needs a response in the second half. Let's see, so many good chances here. The block shot from Berghaus was worth 0.27 XG. And then Gravenberch a couple of good shots there. And Anthony's header was worth 0.04 XG in the end, even though it looked like it was way closer. So the Parisians have to score against the Dutch side, really. They have all the advantage, and the Parc de France is a bit of a fortress for them, not least domestically, but they will want to get a result here to be as assured as possible. For many, they are the favourites. Beautiful ball over the top from Verratti into Kylian Mbappe. And unadjusted enough. Corner to PSG and an instant response from them. Marco Verratti's corner. Alvarez just gets it away. So PSG already created a great chance. Brilliant ball from Marco Verratti. Took advantage of the pace of Kylian Mbappe. Floating it over the keeper. Yeah, Verratti with a chance created. Mbappe on a 6.3, I guess, because he missed a good chance to score, yeah. Berghuis 6.6 because he missed a sitter. I can't believe Kimpembe doesn't have a higher rating. That block saved Paris Saint-Germain from worse. Even if they are trailing now anyway. Martin Stecklenburg. How old is he now? Like 38? 39. Veteran goalkeeper. Yeah, he is a veteran goalkeeper. Mazraoui, who I believe is rumoured to be, I think Barcelona wants him, and one of the clubs is trying to sign Mazraoui. Anthony Martial has come on for Lionel Messi. Paredes, very underrated midfield if you ask me. Teddy Allo, who's that? He's a real player. I didn't know there was this guy called Teddy Allo. Supposing he's a left back. And Montero here. Highlights in the 80th minute for Ajax. If the game would stop lagging. I hate this lag. Every stream is affected by it. Let me just pause it for a moment. And it just continues. It doesn't matter, does it? So there's going to be a goal here, and I'm not going to see it. You won't see it. Berghuis through from Kudus' pass. 2-1, 2-0, sorry. PSG with so much to do. And of course, the lag goes away as soon as they've scored. So only lag when it's really important. Berghuis, who should have scored early in the game, has redeemed himself. So deserved. PSG can consider themselves unlucky to have scored. But it would have been unlucky for Ajax not to have won from a performance tonight. PSG will be desperately pushing for a result now. Messi 6.1. Oof. And Diallo has come on as a fullback. Diallo is a centre-back, not a fullback. That is so weird. PSG in real danger of elimination. They need a massive performance against Ajax Amsterdam to progress to the quarter-finals here. Madrid beat Chelsea 3-0. What is this? If only Milan were this good in real life. They can yet be, but they were bad in this one. So it looks like they were overly defensive, Chelsea. They had some chances, but wow, just domination from from Milan. Kessie Tonali double pivot. Calabria, Giroud did well, even though he didn't appear to score or assist. No, he didn't. What did Giroud do right then? I don't know. Odd one. He had a key pass. Maybe he created a good chance or something. Calabria and Hernandez with assists. And goals for Daniel Maldini, Leong and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Wow. So Milan are quarter-finalists. What a crazy start to this Champions League campaign. That's so good. Mind you, I think Champions League tends to be a bit more chaotic in the full version, not just the touch version. Touch version, it was very predictable. Liverpool take on Barcelona in a minute. So, I was just having some apple. On we go, as we see Atalanta in the Europa League. And the match we are watching is Atalanta, just as they were in the Coppa Italia. And they face Eintracht Frankfurt. Of course, Eintracht Frankfurt run by Ruud Gullit, who's not been in management for ages. Here is Atalanta under pressure from Frankfurt. They have the back, De Roon, Toloi. Boré has nicked it off. Kamada! An early lapse from Atalanta's defence, punished by Frankfurt's. Daichi Kamada has opened the scoring. It was pretty much a tap-in. He just had to keep his composure and slotted it past Juan Musso. And Frankfurt leads early. Looks like the error has been recorded as well for them. Rode. And so are the central midfielders for Frankfurt. So free kick from Josip Ilicic and a header over the bar from Palomino. The Argentine trying to make up for the Brazilian's mistake. The Brazilian-born player's mistake. Toloi is Italian. Demiral to Toloi. David Zappacosta. Ilicic. Pasalic. Best chance for Atalanta so far. And again, it was the work of Josip Ilicic. Zappacosta's pass in the end. Ilicic holding up. Costa playing it through. Zappacosta playing it through the empty space. But Pasalic could not turn it in. Rose into Boré. He's already set up one goal. Here's Kamada. It's 2-0. The defenders couldn't get back to clear. Daichi Kamada and Rafa Boré combine again. Frankfurt leading by 2-0. There's some very predictable Coppa Italia results. These are very unpredictable results in the Champions League knockout so far. Toloi's rating is shocking. So yeah, 2 assists for Boré, 2 goals for Kamada. Trapper's made some big saves. Pasalic maybe should have scored. And here are Frankfurt again. Roda. Jens Petter Hauge. Gibril So. Shot appeared to be blocked, headed away by Zappacosta. Roda. Gibril So again. Hauge! Flags up. Wouldn't have counted. .45th minute. Demirel getting on to close off that ball. Koopmeiners. Pasalic. Palomino. Toloi. Ilicic forward here. Ilicic, Zapata in the middle. That was an ambitious header. It nearly found the net just wide. So Atalanta with it all to do in the second half. Under massive pressure. So get Atalanta's subs there. And another good attack maybe for Frankfurt. Goossens clears it, but only out to Roda. Valeri. Really deep ball. Koopmeiners. So Costa's lost it to Roda. It's Hauge. Hauge going on! And goes himself, but it was a poor finish in the end for the Norwegian. Pasalic is such a great player in real life. Ilicic. Hauge. Back to trap. Half an hour for Atalanta to make a comeback here. Demirel. Ilicic. Oh! Skims the bar. Koopmeiners. Palomino. Demirel. Toloi. Atalanta struggling to get into the opposition half effectively. Koopmeiners with a good ball forward though to Zappacosta. Zapata, Pasalic. Goal kick. And another strike off the woodwork for Atalanta. They've done everything but score, it seems. Panada. Wow, real life player. I suppose you already have 3 games for this is a Shaka Omar. What nationality is this? He's Swedish. Oh, Shaka Omar, like a wonder kid or something. Okay. Keep an eye on him. See if maybe replacements. Pezzella on. Hassaboer. Freuler. Koopmeiners corner. Trap claims. Here's the way Hinteregger has it. Valeri, Roda. Here's Peter Hauger. He's got options. Kamada through. This won't be a hat-trick, would it? It is. But is he offside, actually? Very nervy moments. It's given. And a frustrating night for Atalanta is complete now. Daichi Kamada. Well onside there. So, 2 assists from Borre and 1 from Hauger. Daichi Kamada with a hat-trick. And the away goals rule would certainly have seen Atalanta eliminated if it's still applied today. Makoto Hasebe plays it back to Kevin Trapp. All the way back to Palomino. Matteo Pescina. Borre. Amin Younes. Muriel. He's into Zapata here. Zapata around Trapp and in. This goal might be disallowed anyway. It's given. Atalanta finally get one back. Of course they look set to lose the game tonight, but it may give them a bit of hope and an opportunity to return with a comeback in Germany. It's 3-1 in the end. Frankfurt firm favourites as things stand to go through to the last 16 of the Europa League. As you can see here, there was a win for Wolfsburg, very emphatic win for Sevilla, draw between Omonia and Sporting, although you expect Sporting to come back from that. Fenerbahce and Dinamo Zagreb drew in Turkey. Monaco demolished Lokomotiv. Well, for the next leg, I will watch, not just because it's drawn, I can see this one tying. Fenerbahce against Zagreb. I can't see Atalanta coming back. I can't see Galatasaray coming back, nor Lokomotiv or Leverkusen. Sporting should win that comfortably. And Villarreal should have seen off Genk, as things stand. Forgot to do the fixtures for this game. I will pick PSG against Ajax. I don't see Chelsea coming back from Milan against Milan there. Haha, les dogs. So Nicola Rovea, in real life I'm really hyped for him, can see him becoming a really good footballer. He plays a deep line playmaker or carrilero in the this is for Genoa obviously. See if he does it for all teams. No. He's a great player. I really do see Rovea becoming an important footballer for, assuming he'll stay at Juventus, which is worrying a lot. He'll be really good in the future, Rovea. Zdeněk Zeman has taken over at Monza. That'll be quite funny actually, how that will go. Jesus with a training injury. Unlucky. As we head to Anfield for a massive Champions League tie. Leipzig against Zebra in the other corner. So, 3 years ago, it was an iconic, unforgettable, timeless Champions League tie. Since then, Liverpool have only gotten stronger. Barcelona undoubtedly declining. But still, let's hope Anfield produces another thriller of a tie. Another thriller of a game in this one. No Robertson. James Milner in at fullback. Assume Xavi has gone for the 3-4-3. Yep. 3-4-2-1. Liverpool with, of course, the 4-3-3. Aguero still plays in the game. Still healthy. Best wishes and good luck in retirement to Aguero in real life, of course. Thiago. Good ball into Sadio Mane to switch the play here. Milner. Fabinho. Alexander-Arnold. Rattled the post. Goal kick. But the man who is so often creator nearly scored for Liverpool there. What a hit it was too. Ter Stegen was beaten. Liverpool still applying pressure on the centre-backs. Piqué Araujo and Umtiti. Alba to Busquets. It's Aguero. Alba's ball. Blocked out. Firmino. Mane. And here's Mohamed Salah. Tap in! It's James Milner! Dangerous ball played into the box by Salah. James Milner to capitalise. Coming all the way from fullback. It was also a fantastic pass from Sadio Mane to set the whole attack up. It wasn't quite a tap in, but it was still a firm hit for James Milner. And in 17 minutes, Liverpool have the lead at Anfield. And 2-0. Henderson with an emphatic header from the cross, once again, of Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was the right back who set up things with a throw, a soft pass into his feet from Alcantara, and plays it onto the head of Henderson, just inside the post. Liverpool lead 2-0. It's in again. It's Joe Matip, I think, who put the header in. But the referee is questioning if there wasn't an offside. I think the goal may be given here. No, it isn't. And we'll see in a minute what happens. And, don't think he was the last man, although that may have been because he wasn't. I think the goalkeeper was playing him offside there because he wasn't the last player. It was a defender and the only player keeping Matip off onside, so therefore offside is called. You have to have two players, not one overall. But Barcelona really under the cosh here. Mohamed Salah. Out by PK, but there's Mane. Barcelona's defence in disarray from the looks of things. Almost conceded again from their own playmaking. Pedri. Alba. Busquets, and that's more how you do it. Virgil van Dijk heading it into Alisson Becker's gloves. But it was a really horrible mistake from Gerard Piqué. Plays it across the box. Piqué heads it out straight to Mane. And it actually hit the woodwork. Sloppy defending. There is another scenario where Liverpool have scored 4 here. Absolutely devastating form. So we can see that Salah had a really good couple of good shots blocked. Firmino had a shot blocked. Henderson's XG for the header was really low. James Milner's XG was pretty high. Mane hitting the woodwork, of course, from Piqué's mistake. Trent Alexander-Arnold hitting the post as well with a fine hit. Second half, second quarter of this Champions League tie. Barcelona's XG, as you can see, at the 75th minute mark, so low. They've only had one shot. I'm not sure who it was, but they looked completely out of ideas. And they'll need a major comeback at the Camp Nou. In fact, it's probably more likely I'll watch the other game, Zebra leading RB Leipzig here. Doesn't look like an exciting. I may even skip both games, because both of them look like they are concluded now. I don't think Chelsea will come back against Milan either. Yeah, Liverpool look absolutely in control. Let's look at Liverpool stats. They have made 5 changes. Oh yeah, Pavard is a Liverpool player in this save. There it is. Barcelona with just 1 shot to their name. And Liverpool with a very complete performance. Gives them a huge advantage going into the Camp Nou. And it would have been bigger still, of course, were it not for the recently removed away goals rule. I don't think I'll watch either match, because I think Barcelona won't have enough to go through. They're going to need a mega performance. Don't see Liverpool succumbing. As we now finally have easy victory for Liverpool. As we have Inter taking on Real, and because of Sod's Law, I am pretty sure that Inter will lose this game. If Real Madrid always have Inter's number, no matter how good Inter are compared to them. Remember, wasn't it? I think I keep remembering in the last 2 years there have been 4 Champions League matches between Inter and Real have won all of them. And I think Inter scored against them in 1 game, and it was a 2-3 loss, and they lost the other games otherwise. So unlucky. So, as the Real Madrid players running in the random directions again. Set piece very early on from Toni Kroos here. Valverde! Off the bar and in! It's Karim Benzema who's celebrating. But all that's meaningless if the officials have anything to say about this. It's given. The players were onside from the set piece. Benzema onside as Valverde's initial effort hit the bar, and instantly Real Madrid responds. Could Inter be losing another encounter with Los Blancos yet again? So it's a 4-3-3. Joachim Löw's in charge, of course. Perisic and Di Marco playing as wingers. No, we don't want 2 of those. And what formation is Real Madrid playing if they don't have Casemiro in the lineup? It's 4-3-3 with Kroos as the DM. Yikes. That's mad. Look at Nacho's fitness. He was the last guy whose health rating left green. So he's very fit. Perisic is the lowest of any player. Courtois into Kroos. David Alaba. And it's into Benzema here. Valverde, Modric. Kroos is some sort of register tonight. Lucas Vazquez. And Lucas Vazquez overlapping a lot here. Good block. Hazard. Look at Modric. Kroos floated into Hazard. And chopped down by Di Marco. It's in from Vazquez. I don't think the initial challenge from Di Marco was a penalty. It doesn't matter. And it's 2 for Real Madrid. Inter Milan struggling so much to make any sort of impact in this tie so far, in their own stadium no less. Going straight into the second half. I want to see how this game plays out. Of course, Sergio Roberto on the bench to instead of Nilo D'Ambrosio to Fry. As good a centre-back as anyone. Darmian has come on, as has Vidal. Is Inter playing 4-3-3 and Çalhanoğlu has moved up to the wing now? Yes. Vecino. Sensi on the bench still. They haven't relied on Dzeko today. And Guevara coming on as a substitute for Real Madrid. It's over. Real Madrid with a commanding victory in Italy. A massive result needed. So it was 2-0 from City early on. Then Dortmund pull it back. And then City score another goal through Sterling to go ahead into their tie at the Emirates. Aaron Lennon in talks of Adana Demirspor. So injury for Gonzalo Huedes. I think there should be some Europa League matches in the meantime. But here we go. A cup tie. It is simply a cup tie. Zagreb at home against Fenerbahce for a place in the last 16. 24 teams. 8 from the Champions League, 16 from the Europa League groups. And 8 from the Europa League groups to the Conference League. Well, because it's a draw and away goals don't count, otherwise Zagreb would be ahead on the away goals rule. Means that effectively the first leg is redundant and it's all about this one cup game between two prolific champions of their respective countries, Zagreb in Croatia, Fenerbahce in Turkey. Mesut Özil is in the side. As they play, yep, they do play that in real life, don't they? Zagreb are playing 4-4-2 diamonds. Is that George Puskás? I'll have a check in a second. It's not, but imagine if that's the fullback Adriano from Barcelona. Oh, it might be, you know. Is the famous Adriano playing for... Wow. For, That's crazy. I have to check that if I remember. Contento getting the better here. Good cross. Rossi. Blocked by Delafield Katerin. Ferdi. Irfan Can. Max Meyer. Just wide. Early threatening chance from Fenerbahce. So Adriano. Ademi, Bruno Pekovic and his George Puskás, along with Miroslav Orsic. And Spurs fans remember Orsic, won't they? Everyone will remember that. So Enner Valencia's free kick. Oh! Smashed against the bar. Away by Livakovic. Fenerbahce with the much better chances so far tonight. And then Diego Contento wants to Bayern Munich in the Fenerbahce side, I imagine, as that left midfielder. Irfan Can's left-footed delivery. Brilliant! It's in! It's been coming, and Fenerbahce have the leads. Some might say the stronger side on paper, and they're ahead in the tie once more. A towering header from Bülent Uçlu. Fenerbahce in front. Diego Rossi. Diego Contento. Maya. Rossi trying to find Ozil. Oh, another strike off the bar. Well, Fenerbahce may be ahead, but their luck has prevented it from being even further damage to Zagreb's chances. Rossi. Max Meyer. Over the top for Diego Contento. Rossi. Switches the play to Ferdi. Irfan Can. Ozil. Slips into Rossi here. Good save for Livakovic. Really important stop to prevent Fenerbahce from disappearing. Nah, I'm pausing this because this won't do, man. Just waiting for this. I'll wait for this to blink more consistently. There we go. Lovely, lovely ball from the German. 3 Germans in the side. Contento, Maya and Ozil. As you can see, one lonely shot for Zagreb, a shot from Bruno Petkovic saved. Zagreb will hope for a lot more in the second half of this game. So where can Adriano play? Either foots. Defender or wing back, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is the same guy. Wow, I didn't know he played for Angers at one point. Okay. Eupen. I didn't know Adriano is still playing in the game. Has he retired? I thought he'd retired in real life. Adriano. It's cool to see him still playing, obviously. Wait, where did he play before Sevilla? Went to Barcelona from Sevilla. That's Botafogo, isn't it? I'll have to check later. But this is certainly the Adriano, the famous Champions League winning Adriano, fullback. Set piece. Adriano on his left foot. Puskás! And they're level. It's not given. The opportunity seriously squandered. Higher into Rossi. Cesar out to Ferdi. Özil, Ferdi, Efan Can, Özil, Ferdi. Fenerbahce still toying with Zagreb's defence this late in the game. Efan Can, Özil, Valencia, Max Meyer, Rossi. Great playmaking! And Özil sends Fenerbahce through. They have been a much stronger team. And they were unlucky up to this point not to have scored again anyway. Wonderful vertical passing. In the end, interchange between 4 players. Then from outside of the box, a lovely finish from Özil. Franjic to Barlow. Pausing this until I know the game is sped up. I have no way of knowing the game is sped up because it's completely frozen, but if I give it a few seconds. Nah, it's the lag's still back. It's still there. Pekovic! Just not happening for them, I'm afraid. Galatasaray have stunned Wolfsburg. Leverkusen leading 2-0. Oh wow, and Sporting, as I thought, have dominated Omonia. So maybe there is going to be a penalty shootout to decide one of these. There it is. Fenerbahce. Took every chance they had. And it was penalties in the end in that tie. Lille, Leverkusen. Another goal for Frankfurt at home. Galatasaray with a dominant win over Wolfsburg to steal their place. Lokomotiv almost triggered extra time, but it wasn't to be. Sevilla adding, of course, as I thought. Sporting did win. Sarabia, huh? Is he good at penalties? 10-13 on penalties. Really like Sarabia. And a 1-1 draw between Villarreal and Genk. Send, well, it's not. Is it still Emery in charge? Yep, send Emery's side through. But I want to see the penalty shootout here, obviously. No, I can't see it, but I want to see who took the penalties. So in the end, Lille went first. 2 late goals from Leverkusen, regardless of sending them through. So Timothy Weah went first. Then Aranguiz, then Pierre, then Tapsoba. Then Renato Sanchez missed. Friedel scored. Bamba and Schick scored. All the pressure on Fonts, and he couldn't. It's very much, that's identical to that World Cup shootout between Spain and Russia. They both scored their first 2 penalties. Spain missed their 3rd and 5th penalties. Both saved by the goalkeeper in that instance. To put the opposition through, and the opposition scored all 4 of their penalties. Palacios Aranguiz double pivot. So, Leverkusen do go through in the end. We're looking to build upon win. There's the shootout in the news article if anyone is interested. Upcoming events. Well, I can't see those. And now we've got some cup ties coming up. The League Cup final and Manchester United. If United lose this final, you feel that could be a final nail for Ernesto Valverde. Volksparkstadion. Spectacle at Volksparkstadion. No. At Volksparkstadion. Gotta pronounce every S with that syllable and with that accent. Yeah, Valverde's position as manager is a threat. Way to announce it before the final of this cup tie. 8 unread emails. Levante have hired Garitano. I thought it was Gattuso for a second. Mancini spotted at Giuseppe Miazza. I was spotted at Max Shamir. Angfang sacked by Werder Bremen. All eyes on Madonnina Derby. But before we watch the League Cup final, I just want to make sure I'm not missing any key FA Cup ties. Oh wow, some big matches actually. Wait, am I watching the... Yeah, they clash actually, I can't watch them. Anyway, I would only really want to see them if they're like penalties again, lol. Yeah, it's only a replay if it's after 4. Okay, so... Yeah, it's the 5th round, so all these could go to penalties. Chelsea against... I know Chelsea Man City sounds really tantalising, but it's not. Yeah, it's not happening, is it? Actually, let's just check for the Euro Cup, the second and third legs. Come on. Okay, here we go. So we've already got the matches set up. Leverkusen taking on Marseille. Fenerbahce against Napoli. Sevilla against Rangers. Sporting against Leicester. Monaco against Shakhtar. Frankfurt against Sociedad. Galatasaray against Lazio. And Villarreal against PSV. I'm going to watch Sporting Leicester. Portuguese champions against the former English champions. But Leicester's still a solid side. Be interesting to see how they get on in this game. Everton, who I still believe haven't won a trophy since '95 in the game. In real life, of course, it still is since '95 and may remain that way. I assume Benitez is still in charge of Everton. So a back line of Holgate, Godfrey, Keane and Digne. Alan Doucouré is the double pivot, I assume, and then looks like a 4-4-2 almost, unless one of Iwobi and Gray is playing at 10. Richarlison at wide and Calvert-Lewin, of course, through the centre. Henderson is the goalkeeper for United. Back four of Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Varane and Luke Shaw. Carvalho, again, so it's a 4-3-3 for Manchester United. Iwobi is the 10. Again, it's on the 6-yard line. I can't see the ball. It's like it blends, it mixes with the 6-yard line. It's always on there, so I never see it. I keep thinking the keeper's kicking something invisible there. Good ball from Pogba into Ronaldo. It's really no problem for Pickford though. Into Ronaldo again. Fernandes. Good ball into Marcus Rashford. Should have scored really. Samari Gray couldn't win it in the air. And a brilliant one-touch pass from Bruno Fernandes, laid off nicely by Cristiano Ronaldo. We've got another highlight. Rashford tries to play it away to Sancho, won by Digne. Doucouré. Michael Keane. Lucas Digne. Doucouré. And a nice ball over the top for Richarlison here. Richarlison straight to the keeper. Calvert-Lewin has given Everton the lead in the final. 20 minutes gone. The Toffees have struck first. Richarlison with an excellent run to evade the defenders and perhaps a mistake from Dean Henderson. The rebound right there for Dominic Calvert-Lewin to give Everton the lead here. Just as they led and scored first in that FA Cup final over 25 years ago. Paul Rideout it was that day. Rashford. Ronaldo's header, Pogba, Carvalho. It's not that Manchester United haven't created chances, but nothing seriously troubling. Rafael Varane, Pogba, William Carvalho, Maguire. A lot of attempts to build up from the back from Manchester United. Here's Marcus Rashford again. Shaw overlapping. Marcus Rashford. He's brought down by Alan. Is that a spot kick? Everton are protesting. Pickford lost sight of where the referee was for a moment. He's just consulting VAR here. Rashford still recovering his breath. Looks like it could well have been genuine contact, and it is. And less than 3 minutes after scoring, Everton are at risk of conceding a chance of their own at the other end. It's Fernandes from the spots. And it's 1-1. Too well placed the penalty for Pickford to do anything. So well struck into the bottom corner. He was never going to miss. Wilmar Barrios, of course, is... Everton stats. Wilmar Barrios is a bench player for Man United. Richarlison looking unhappy, could be injured there. Oh, what a player Wilmar Barrios is. Demarai Gray with the corner. And it's in! It's no! Carvalho with a vital block for Manchester United there. So let's see it again. Demarai Gray, corner kick. Down by Keane, and then Richarlison on the line as if couldn't smother it over the line. And a monumental block from William Carvalho. As good as to save Manchester United from going behind again. It shows though that Everton still aren't out of this. They will still keep creating chances potentially over the remainder of the game. Chances United have to keep an eye on. And they nearly failed that time round to deal with it. So it was a tap in for Richarlison's shot. No, it wasn't that one, was it? 0.3 XG. What I want to see is Man U's XG. Let's have a look at it. Analytical data. Because, we wanted to see Everton's shot map because that shot by Demarai Gray should have been in. Oh no, it was Richarlison, wasn't it? Richarlison's was 0.54 XG. Carvalho will get man of the match if United win that, because that was huge. I don't know, is William Carvalho really that good? Because he hasn't shown that in recent times at all. He's been displaced by Guido Rodriguez and Sergio Canales at Betis, and we all know how he was in the Euros. Simply shouldn't have played. Oh, dangerous ball for Calvert-Lewin here. Another opportunity squandered. And Manchester United breathe again. Gaston Ramirez, 31 years old. You can see him being a penalty taker if it goes that far. I've probably jinxed it now, lol. Asmir Begovic. Dallo on for Wan-Bissaka as they try to be even more attacking. Manchester United don't have another centre forward really, unless you count Lingard as a centre forward, which I can see, but he's not really a centre forward, is he? 69th minute, sure. Carvalho into Ronaldo, 2-1. Everton couldn't take their chances. Manchester United could. And United through Ronaldo and Carvalho's brilliant ball in are in front in the final with 20 minutes left. Luca with 5.9, ouch. Dreadful. Who's Ryan Astley? He's not related to that guy, is he? No Ryan roll from the centre back. Jordan Pickford. Fernandes, Pogba. Carvalho, who's nicked by Allen here. And it's through for Calvert-Lewin again! Oh my goodness. An incredible chance, made almost entirely by Allen. His ball win, his tackle, and his through ball to Calvert-Lewin, and he couldn't put it past Henderson. That should have been 2-2. Rashford, Bruno Fernandes here, onside. Sancho, Rashford's blocked. Everton's still not giving up the fight in this cup final. Dallo, seen behind by Digne. He goes out for a throw-in instead of a corner. But Marcus Rashford had a chance to win the game. Set up by Sancho and Holgate. Holgate saving the game for Everton. And Anissa Valverde's job under real pressure, but Manchester United have proven their class in this game. They were put under real pressure by Everton and conceded first, but came from behind to prevail. And they have won the Carabao Cup, ending the streak by Manchester City. Of course, in real life, it'll be a different team altogether. I think both Everton and City have exited these competitions, and United. So that's the Carabao Cup done for this year. Southgate spotted at Wembley. And now we have some Coppa Italia tyres. The away goals rule does count in the Coppa Italia and in the Coppa del Rey. "20-game unbeaten streak for Real Madrid. That's not far off real life. Da, 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 da. Sure hit yellow card limit. It's a sideline for injury. You hate to see it. Still a vacancy at Newcastle though. So job security very insecure for Joachim Low lol. Year 3 managers. Frank Lampard lol. Thomas Frank. Valverde is just insecure now. Surely it's gone up now that he won a trophy for United, the first trophy for United in what, 6 years? Since no, 5 years, 5 years since he won Europa League. Atalanta face Zebra. Costa and Goossens as the wide mids, Freuler and Koopmeiners in the middle, Peschner and Ilicic behind Zapata, and then for Real Madrid it looks like it's a back three for them as well. And some sort of it's like 3-4. No, it's 4-4-2. I thought it was going to be so Jim City is a fullback. I think he's just a centre back, to be honest with you. Perrin was supposedly going to Shakhtar. I saw in that news feed. Bentancur and Locatelli in the middle. That's a good midfield, even though Bentancur struggled for form in real life for Juve for some time now. Freuler. Zappacosta. Zappacosta into Peschner. Trying to break through Atalanta's box. Peschner goes for a goal! What a hit! And that could easily have been the opening goal. Cuadrado to take the corner for Juventus. Jim City keeps it alive. Cuadrado. Palomino with a little nibble. Bentancur. Still going are Bianconeri. And shot out by Peschner. And he in turn is cut off by De Ligt. Chiesa to Sandro down the left. And it's Morata! As usual, they absorb the pressure and then successfully apply it at the other end. Morata's header gives Juventus the lead when Atalanta may have considered themselves unlucky not to have scored themselves. Great cross from Alexandro, headed in by Alvaro Morata. And they lead and score the opening goal of the semi-final, of which there are 150 minutes at least still to play. Kian downfield to Cuadrado. It's Cuadrado! It's over Musso, but he's able to claim it well. What a chip that would have been. Who's this? Number 31. Shasua. American. Plays as a fringe player. He's even a midfielder, right? Does it say midfielder? Yeah, attacking midfielder. Okay, clearly won't make it into the side regularly, that is. They've got F and Indica. I hate Juve. Hey! Set piece for Atalanta taken by Ilicic. Duvan Zapata. Palomino. First to it. Musso to Demiral. Freuler. Gusens. Ilicic. Gusens, keep minus. Ilicic. Zappacosta. Pescina. 1-1. We are all square at the break. What was the goal worth? Peschner's XG was 0.15 in the end. A really good chance as well, saved by Perrin. Look at that. Similar level of fouls for the two sides, but Atalanta are the ones who actually got yellow cards for it. Totally not biased. Rubentus. Ilicic into Zapata. Gusens. Ilicic! Nearly under the bar. But the header just floated over. Time progressing. Neither have made a successful attack count for something. Cavani has come on for Morata though. Don't think anyone's come on for Atalanta so far. No. Miranchuk, Muriel on the bench. Zarako. And now someone has come on. It's Hataboe for Zappacosta. Zarako from Atletico Mineiro. He hails from Pescina. Chiesa tried to win it. Sliding in, but it wasn't to be. Here's Zapata. Oh, Perrin, wonderful save. Still, Atalanta unlucky to be denied so many chances here. Mr. McKennie will get to that note, not before another player, but Pescina's through ball, was it? No, Freuler's. Freuler, lovely ball into Duvan Zapata. Great hands from Perrin to keep it out. Maybe, just maybe, there's another goal in this match. But for whom? Atalanta might consider themselves unlucky not to score more than the one they managed tonight. They'll have to score in the second leg, regardless if they are to go through. On away goals, Juventus are through as things stand. As Inter Milan, with Joachim Löw's job under threat, it's believed, now take on the Rossoneri, who had a very entertaining game against Sassuolo to get to this stage. So, Calabria, Gabbia, Tomori and Hernandez. Back four from Milan, Tonali, Tiena, double pivot, Diaz, Salamakers, Leong. The wingers behind Ibrahimovic, 4-3-3 as usual. Same 11 pretty much, which we saw in that Champions League tie. Dumfries, Skriniar, Bastoni, DiMarco. And De Vrij on the bench. Pacino and Vidal and Darmian and D'Ambrosio on the bench. Brozovic, Barella, Çalhanoğlu. The midfield three. Then Correa, Perisic behind Lautaro Martinez. Not so much action to speak of in the first half. And appear to have created the better chance. 45th minute, Skriniar to Dumfries. Correa brought down by Theo Hernandez, who's already on the yellow, and Hernandez is off. DiMarco with a corner. Oh! Still pressure from Inter. Skriniar. Dumfries. Barella. Joaquin Correa. Perisic! It's in! Will it count though? Last minute of the first half. It's not given. And it looks like we'll have to wait to the second half for any goals in this fixture. Perisic definitely offside from Correa's pass. Lovely cut pass from Joaquin Correa from the Argentine. But the goal does not stand. Lag is fucking dreadful. Sorry, I'm really just not happy with the just how bad it is. It's just relentless. It just won't run. It's absolutely frustrating. See some chances there for Inter, but Milan with the better chances so far according to XG, but of course a man like Salamakers forced into the fullback role, Calabria forced to left back. Milan are now playing 4-2-3. It will be an exceptional performance if Milan are able to progress to the second leg without having conceded. And of course, even though they share the same stadium, the two Milan sides, as the away side to Inter Milan. Sanchez on for Correa. Fidel on for Çalhanoğlu. Alessandro Florenzi takes over from Brahim Diaz. It is a 4-3-2 now. Florenzi, Tonali, Kessie, the midfielders behind Ibrahimovic and Giroud. You can see Inter have created lots more chances. They've really applied some hard pressure here. 6 shots on target. None for Milan so far. Which is funny because Maignan has a lower rating than Handanovic. Corner from Di Marco. Away by Olivier Giroud. Sanchez. Barella. Martinez slipped into Federico Di Marco. There's the goal for Inter Milan. Wonderful finish. Low, rolled, bending into the corner, even though it barely left the ground. And he was just getting closed down and knew he had to shoot. And he placed his finish to perfection. Milan have a lot to do now. And with the away goals, they'll need a great defensive performance. Even better than the one they've had tonight, if they are to progress from here. I can't believe no shots on target, but Handanovic has a higher rating than Maignan, who has had to save 6 shots. Make that 7 now. That's outrageous. Inter with a huge advantage heading into the return leg. Milan need to keep a clean sheet, or they'll need to score at least 3 times in order to overcome the Nerazzurri in the return leg, when Yalma could be going to Al Jazeera in UAE. I think I'll watch this one though if they're on the same night. On the 20th of April, though. How's the Spanish Cup looking? So it's a Barcelona-Madrid final. What happened to Real Madrid? Real Madrid lost on penalties to Sevilla. So Hazard and Nesri with the goal scorers. In fact, Sevilla with loads of chances apparently. I guess Guevara at pivot didn't help. Who's Guevara? 24. I think it's Ander Guevara. Yeah, we saw this guy earlier, didn't we? Poor groin at the moment, long. This is on the 1st of February. Oh wow, disastrous shootout. So Campos went first. Rakitic, Godet, I don't know how his name's pronounced. And then Nesri. Those guys scored. And Hazard and Modric couldn't score. Asensio had to score and did, but it was too late. And Nesri putting home the winning penalty to send Sevilla through. Let's have a look at the tree. Let's look at the tree here. From the 4th round onwards. Oh, the only penalty shootout was that one. That's how Real Madrid lost Barcelona defeated them in the semi-final. Atletico seeing out Villarreal on away goals. And they managed it through a 2-0 win. Aurier got sent off and a Suarez penalty and a De Paul finish see them in the final. 2-0 win for Barcelona at Camp Nou. And let's look at the FA Cup because I assume that's finished now. Only one of them, I'm glad, only one of them didn't go to penalties. Havertz winning it for Chelsea. Brentford losing to Hull. Liverpool seeing off Bournemouth comfortably. Jordan, are you there now? Reading beating West Ham. A João Pedro hat-trick. Is this Watford João Pedro? No, this is someone else. Yeah, this is Cagliari's João Pedro. Who's looked pretty good so far. And curious, so the quarterfinalists are Leicester, Hull, Chelsea, Palace, Liverpool, Cambridge United, Reading, and Wolverhampton, who just beat off Bristol City. Sorry, Connor Riddle. Giuseppe Meazza. And Lionel Scaloni and myself were also spotted in the stands. FA Cup. The quarterfinalist sets? No, they're not. Napoli look to extend Koulibaly's contract. Hakimi ruled out for at least 5 months. That's huge, and that could be very costly for PSG in the return leg. Thomas Frank's been sacked. Brentford are going down. Because Frank's the reason why why Brentford went up. When I say we, I didn't support Brentford. I really don't support Brentford. A friend of mine does, but no, Brentford. It's not I dislike them, but they're not. I like that they're in the Premier League. I'm not saying I'm a stan or anything like that. Arsenal facing goalkeeper crisis. Lol. Of one quote. Yeah. He featured in pre-season, didn't he, for Arsenal? I see he's probably the most rated of the younger goalies for the Gunners. Munoz signs a new deal. Bellingham is extended. Salva Ferrer ruled out for at least 2 months. And I'm going to keep looking up whether the FA Cup quarterfinals have been drawn. They have now. 19th of March. For now, there's pretty boring ones. Liverpool-Cambridge should be interesting. Liverpool can line up a B team, can't they? The game probably won't do that long. Chelsea against Hull. None of them is really enticing, though, to be honest. It would be hilarious if somehow Cambridge were to win the FA Cup and go to Europe. Charlton. Oh, Mark Hughes at Charlton. Okay. Now, I love to joke about how bad Hughes is as a manager. He's not terrible, but I don't know. Is he past it now? I've heard a joke tossed around that Hughes is really good when he has like a tiny budget. As soon as he's allowed to spend money, then the quality of his players just is haywire. Probably secure Bosworth loan. Okay. And we're not watching... Oh, wait a second. Ah! Give me a second. Before I start the game... Oh, wait, I can't click on any graphics, can I? Let me just go to kickoff, and then as soon as the match starts, I just want to confirm I'm attending some matches quickly. Because I can't do that through here, can I? Oh, I can load that up. That's pretty fun. But what we wanted was to look up... Not that. Body language, lol. PSG with a massive win. Neymar in the sides. Let me just check something quick. Please, let me check on something. Arrgh. I can look at Ramos' profile here, can't I? Yeah, I can. So Ramos is 35 years old in March. He's 35 now, no, he's 35 and he'll be 36. Wow. I thought he was a bit younger, honestly. He isn't. Competent. That's where he shone, though, right? I don't get it. Is he just a centre-back now? Well, either way. Ineffectual. Not even at striker. All the goals he scores. So, I mean, mind you, it's mostly penalties, isn't it? And Van Dijk scores a good number of centre. Yes, of course, I've got to compare Van Dijk with Ramos. Van Dijk is the better centre back, though. Like, yeah, you can say Ramos is the better player, the better leader, the more accomplished. Sure. But Ramos, is, as a centre back, is the inferior player. Pace, strength. Yeah, he's got just about everything. Such a great footballer. I don't like when people call him generational. I don't know if he's quite generational, but he has certainly proven himself. Great footballer. Player comparison. But I wasn't doing any of this Ramos and also penalties. Love Ramos and penalties. Now, what was I going to look for was the Euro Cup, the Europa League. I forgot to watch the Euro Super Cup. Yeah, I'm meant to be attending this. Yeah, I'm meant to be attending it. It's the return leg, which I haven't watched out for. Got it. Okay, let's watch a game of football now. PSG with... No way. No. They're not playing Marquinhos at right back. What? Ramos can play as a right back still, right? This game is nuts, or is Poch really that crazy in real life? Let me know. My goodness, PSG are screwed. So, Bernat to Ramos. Straight back to Gianluigi Donnarumma. Bernat. Marco Verratti. Gini Wijnaldum. Great ball to Kylian Mbappe! And were it not for the away goals, it would be even harder for PSG. But they've already scored inside 11 minutes. First time pass, clean through Ajax's midfield and defence. A wonderful ball from Gini Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum's pass to Mbappe to give PSG the lead on the night and hope in the tie. Mbappe down the left side. Verratti. Neymar. Messi. 2. Suddenly, PSG have undone the huge deficit. Messi even somersaults. And already, it's all square. And maybe PSG can take hold of this 8th final tie from here. Fantastic finish from the Argentine. Kudus has gone off injured. Pip. Ajax need a response. They can't afford to concede another goal. But the playmaking of Paredes and Verratti and Wijnaldum behind that front three is incredible. Neymar. Looks deflected. Onana punches. Klaassen Gets it away. Tagliafico to Dusan Tadic. And Ajax looking completely different to when they were in the Amsterdam arena. Who's Mishu? Okay. And Bodiang. Some of these players will become really good in the future. Labiad's cross. Gravenberch just over the bar. I guess Labiad has come on for the injured Mohamed Kudus. Paredes. Gravenberch trying to press him all the way, and Kimpembe. Wijnaldum on a yellow already. Yeah, look at this. It's just loading so slowly. I don't want to keep doing this, but I want to see what's happening. That'll have to do. Oh, Berghaus with an aggressive challenge. Messi. Marquinhos on the right side. Kimpembe. Marquinhos just holding on in there in the position that is relatively unfamiliar to him. Verratti. Mbappe skipping over the challenge. Mbappe, Verratti, 3-0. That's the second goal Kylian Mbappe's been involved in tonight. And PSG in complete control of this leg. And probably the tie now. They have come from behind in a big, big way. So, PSG comfortably ahead. Neymar. Kimpembe, Gravenberch away. Neymar to have another go. Kimpembe, Wijnaldum, Messi, Mbappe. Oh, it's off the post. Offside against Kylian Mbappe though. And if they can resist the challenge of PSG a little further, Ajax now have to score. They simply must score. Don't know if I like Alvarez as a centre back. You're wasting his qualities. Alvarez, playing him as a centre back. He's just better in midfield. Are we sure this is the same coach? Or is Ten Hag just underrated in this game? Ramos. Bernat. Donnarumma. Guy. Neymar. Down the left. Kylian Mbappe. Bernat. Herrera. Idrissa Gueye. Forces a fine save from Onana. Another corner to be taken by Neymar. Oh, Tadic keeps it away from Kimpembe. It was much the reverse in the first leg, remember. Kimpembe denying Kudus with a massive block of a shot. There we go, he's just going to lag whatever the highlight is. Oh, Herrera's won it to Mbappe. Neymar into Di Maria. Across to Danilo Pereira. Now Herrera. Marquinhos into Onana. 13 minutes for Ajax to respond. Ooh. Osato checking if there's a foul. A penalty's been given. This will be Ramos here. And he scores! Very confidently taken. Waited for Onana to commit. It's 4-0 to PSG. Ajax look like they're suddenly slipping out of the competition. And they'll need 2 goals now in 12 minutes. But here's Aller. Tadic. Kimpembe blocks it out. Herrera, Danilo Pereira. Back to Prejno Kimpembe. Marquinhos. Idrissa Gueye. Neymar. And Di Maria. Tagliafico bundles him over. Tagliafico already on a yellow. Will he get booked again? He is. That could well decide the tie. This could well be the end for Ajax. They have imploded in the Parc des Princes. Is this Kenneth Taylor? Yes. Very English name. Well, it's pretty English. Sounds like an older English name, like someone 40, 50 years ago might be called Kenneth Taylor. Neymar. Bernat. What a run from Bernat! It skies over the bar though. Andrea Nana all the way downfield to Prejno Kimpembe. Marquinhos. Di Maria. Herrera. Kimpembe. Sergio Ramos. Idrissa Gueye. Bernat. Neymar. Gueye. Bernat. So much pressure. It's paying off. There's Mbappe. And that could well be 5-0. The referee is just waiting to confirm. It's given. That's Mbappe's second goal of the night. And An absolute thrashing from Paris Saint-Germain. And sadly, for those nostalgic and those who love a surprise, it is sadly good night Ajax. Totally outclassed, and that is even taking into account Tagliafico's sending off and Mohamed Kudus' injury. We're in stoppage time and PSG still going on here. Risky challenge from Timber and he could go as well. Yes, Timber is off too. And it's 9 men for Ajax. Bernat. Oh, Neres chops down Bernat here. It's just a free kick. Neymar swings it in. Oh, Klaassen with an important block. Academic for Ajax, but nice PSG from extending their lead even further. Bernat's Guy. Blocked again. Neres tries to get it away. A great run from David Neres. Aller in the middle, but it's another really important interception from Kimpembe. He's been fantastic tonight. PSG come back from a massive deficit and completely overhauled the Dutch champions emphatically. Ajax thought they were in complete control, but it wasn't to be. And in the end, 2 late red cards. It was apparently a yes, Timber got a yellow card as well, but PSG couldn't add to their lead further from there. And following on from that in the other match, Azpilicueta got a straight red card. Just be curious to see who got for a vicious foul on 8 minutes. So a 6-0 aggregate win from Milan. That's remarkable. It's really good to see. Totally not biased. And then there's a cup tie as good as. It's either the result is turning up. You know what's going to happen. All of these guys are through. What a result for Paris Saint-Germain. The way they came back. Made Ajax regret ever winning that first leg. Let's put all the pressure on them. Yondell Thomason takes over at Metz. So, first legs. So 2 of the quarterfinalists are confirmed. AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain. And it will now be Manchester United who face Bayern Munich, a bit like that other Europa League tie I showed you. This is just a cup game at Old Trafford between 2 great international sides. Whoever wins this cup tie is a quarter-finalist, and the losers go home. It's PSG pushing high up the pitch. Sorry, Manchester United. Varane. Pogba. Luke Shaw here. Rashford! Oh, he struck the bar. Great early effort from Manchester United. Marcus Rashford striking woodwork early on. Same formation as before. Pamecano and Hernandez backline. Sabitzer and Goretzka in midfield. I just don't get it. Kimmich with the corner. Goretzka's header and Musiala should have put that in. It's onto Goretzka's head. And I think that, yeah, Musiala missed that, didn't he? Shocking miss. Let me just make sure I got it right. Yeah, Musiala's shot off target. Wow. What a miss. What was his name? The forward for Dynamo Kiev? Mikolenko, wasn't it? Who had this huge miss against Benfica. Dynamo Kiev player. Barcelona would have loved for it to have gone in because it might have given them a chance of staying in the Champions League. And a lot of XG makers like Opta and Fotmob and so on were saying it was like 0.4. And StatsBomb eventually said it was 0.8, which looked closer to what it really was. Ghastly miss. Luke Shaw, Pogba. Over the top to Marcus Rashford. Oh, and again he couldn't do it. Again pulling the shot wide. Great ball from the Frenchman. And Rashford scrapes his shot wide. It's still 2-2 on aggregate, 0-0 tonight. And they've got Takure. Not Abdoulaye Takure. Good ball into Wan-Bissaka. Upamecano away. It's with Carvalho. Now Fernandes. David De Gea. Varane. Shaw. William Carvalho. Pogba. Luke Shaw. Rashford. Paul Pogba. Working really well in the box, Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo. Wan-Bissaka. Pogba brought down. Did he fall by himself? Doesn't look like it according to the referee. He thinks it's a penalty. They'll just confirm with VAR now. It's a penalty. VAR helped confirm the decision. I just love that one. So, which Portuguese is taking this one? It's Bruno Fernandes. And it's 1-0 United. Fernandes scored the equaliser from the spot in the Carabao Cup final. And now he gives Manchester United the advantage in this 8th final tie in the UEFA Champions League. No tricks in the run-up, just a clean straight strike of the ball into the bottom corner. No hope for Manuel Neuer. Surprised Pogba hasn't gone the higher ring. He won a penalty, which could make all the difference tonight. Wan-Bissaka with the cross that led to the penalty, obviously. Jennifer Lawrence plays for Manchester United. For Bayern, it's Jamie Lawrence. Okay. A real player. Are they related? Kostic went to Bayern. Oh, that is so greedy. Wow. Kostic. Not Cuisance. He's left-footed, by the way. His foot is not unknown. Kostic, man. Great player. Really frightening footballer. His playmaking is unbelievable. Maxi Gomez. Again, a good player. Powerful striker. Yeah, I'd say so. If it weren't for Cavani and Suarez, he would be regularly starting for Uruguay. Maybe he will now that Tabarez is sacked. The old geezer's gone. 3-2 on aggregate. Bayern yet to find a response. I don't think Lewandowski has scored. Oh yeah, he did, sorry. Lewandowski did score in the first leg, but only one goal in 1.5 matches so far. I'd like to think that is a bit disappointing from him. I rate Lewandowski so highly. I will continue to rate him highly. I did, like many, question whether he really could turn up in big games. He'd been so good up in certain seasons, and then the Champions League just disappears. Like, what was it, 2018 and 19? He'd been amazing in the Bundesliga both seasons, helping Bayern claim the title. Champions League, boom. Just doesn't score. Team eliminated. Everyone questions his mentality. Not to mention he couldn't perform at the World Cup, although the Euros he was fine. He saved the team from further embarrassment. Oh, Poland. I really hope for better from Poland in that tournament. Maybe I was being naive. And now Sosa could be gone too, and he could be on his way to Flamengo. Another positive attack. Potentially on the way for Manchester United here. They are building up well. Varane to Shaw. Ball to Rashford. Across to Ronaldo. It's Luke Shaw. Fernandes! Could have sent United into the quarterfinals there with a crisp hit. And if the away goals rule were to stand, if Bayern Munich were to equalise, surely United would still be through on away goals. Now, who's Doucouré? It's like Christian Doucouré, isn't it? Cheikh Doucouré. Okay. From Lens. I thought he was at Crystal Palace. Or maybe he is at Crystal Palace and they completely missed. Varane trying to find his old teammate. His teammates at Real Madrid, now teammates at United. Fernandes. Cross to Ronaldo! I think it came off the bar. Just waiting for this to blink properly. I believe in you, come on. Just do your thing. Nah, it just lags. It just lags. Like 3/4 of the highlights are lag. It's outrageous. And they got Mukhtar Diakabi, haven't they, from Thingy. Delivery for Bruno Fernandes potentially, with Luke Shaw now. Wan-Bissaka. Harry Maguire. Muller wins it in the air. But United's pressing is so good, they keep denying Bayern the ball when it really matters. Thomas Muller has it though. Goretzka. It's cleared by Maguire. Wan-Bissaka. Hoofed away by David De Gea. Goretzka's got it. Lewandowski. Oh, it's off the bar. Was that the chance for Bayern? It's Musiala now. Sane. Behind for a corner. Kimmich. Back to Sane. Away by Varane. You can be sure Bayern will try and apply more pressure in the dying minutes to keep their chances of success in Europe alive. Ronaldo is replaced by Dudu. That's it, it's over. Lewandowski. A few paints of coat away from bringing this to extra time. But Bruno Fernandes' penalty means that Bayern are out. United progress to the quarter-finals. Extra time in Madrid. Atletico beating Porto with an aggregate win in extra time. It was Jimenez's goal in the 106th minute, which sees them through. They would have been through on away goals anyway. Sporting, the Portuguese champions, against Leicester City, once English champions. Don't tell me Palhinha's playing as a centre-back. You're wasting him as a centre-back. Oh my gosh, they're playing him as a centre-back. They did that last time, didn't they? And Brendan Rodgers with the good old 4-1 system, which almost got them Champions League in 1920 before injuries ruined everything. It was mainly Vardy and Ndidi, and then the other players kept getting injured. They never got their full 11 back. And then, of course, he's been... Basically, Ndidi has been injured pretty much constantly the last couple of years, and he's always struggled without him, as Rodgers. So obviously Sporting with the better chances. Gonçalves is a Raumdeuter. Bragança. Who's that on a 7.0? Okay. Central midfielder, yeah. Set piece for Sporting and Sarabia delivers. Coates Bragança! A great chance to give Sporting the first goal in the tie. And he slipped it in, but just wide. Really want to see the shot map for that. It was 0.25 in the end. Sporting maybe can consider themselves unlucky not to have scored so far. Perez and Drexler at Leicester. Arthur Cabral and Patson Daka. It's a good bench actually. Palhinha. Nunez. Way back to Adan. Palhinha. Sebastian Coates. Nunez. Ricardo gets to it before Sarabia. Cleared by Schmeichel. Bragança. Ruben Vinagre. Coates. Nunez. Gaspar. Mateus Nunez. Palhinha. Coates. Mateus Nunez. Bragança. Vinagre. Inacio. And just wide from Pedro. It's in, actually. But Leicester are hoping they were off. They played the attackers offside here. They hadn't, though. Inacio's inspired ball forward to Pedro. I'll do it again. No. But he was onside, and Conchalves's goal gives Sporting the lead. Leicester yet to record a single shot in this first leg so far. So really, they only have 5 subs. They only have 5 subs. That's incredible. So they're so screwed. If they have like injury troubles. Sarabia's corner. Johnny Evans gets it away. Gaspar. Palhinha! 2-0. Leicester have no answers here. Wonderful looping header from Paulinho to divert it past Schmeichel. Is it still 4-on-4? Yeah. Luke Thomas on. Perez and Lookman on. Cabral on. And Sumare has also come in. Leicester hoping they can at least get a goal here. Looking very unlikely at the present moment, though. Sarabia. Oh! Nearly got a third. Sporting with a handsome advantage going to the second leg. Let's look at the other ties. Wow, Rangers maybe with a fighting chance of going through in the second leg. Pretty much every result was clear cut. Villarreal, all things considered, should still be able to go through. Lazio should be through. San Sebastian, I think, are through. How do they play? And Larramendi and Marino in a double pivot. That's good, actually. Marino and Larramendi are good midfielders. David Silva's fit, I guess. Well, how does Marino play in FM? I can't. It won't let me see how he plays. That's annoying. What role he's allowed to play in everything. He's such a good player for me, Mikel Marino. Actually, let me just check what his market value is. Yeah, he is a really solid player. I don't know why he's unfancied in a number of regards. Borre missed a penalty early on. Yeah, most of these are pretty much... Yeah, so there isn't really a single game next week which will be worth watching because you feel every one of them is pretty much decided now. This is so hard to choose from. But I will actually pick Rangers Sevilla, even though that's probably going to be a blowout. I won't watch the Champions League matches because I don't think there's going to be a comeback in any of them. I think the teams that won those legs respectively are all through. Imagine if I put a bet on that. That'd be quite funny. That all four have gone through. Fernando Santos spotted at Estadio José Avalage. Koeman has taken over at Newcastle to replace Eddie Howe. That's hilarious. One red-headed boss for another, in effect. Okay, no, I think Howe's more of a blonde, but Koeman is redhead. Look at him in the 80s, man. And Eddie Howe, yet again, struggles. Is he he's seriously not going to be a flop ever he goes after Bournemouth? That would be so tragic. I do rate him as a manager. Does it matter? Who's that? Coutinho hit by injury. Didier Deschamps still in charge of France. Promise you, if he has a bad game, he will suck. Wilder has been sacked by Middlesbrough. Yeah, if he has a bad tournament, Didier Deschamps, say the World Cup in 22 in this game, he will be removed. He won't last. Liverpool in control. I'd be curious to see how each of the top 5 leagues pan out, really. I think it's going to. It's going. Sevilla should be able to comfortably go through, even if it turns out that Sevilla's key player is suspended. Joachim Low, very insecure. Ventura, very insecure. Oh my gosh, loads of players, loads of managers in trouble. Wow, look at that list. That's scary. It is scary. Because I'm sure there's a real life list comparable to that. Gabriel has signed an extended contract, alright. We'll have a look at the Champions League matches anyway, we'll have an overview. Torsten Frings in management now. Alaba hit by injury. Oh dear. England stars rested. Axel withdrawn. Okay, so it's international break, it appears. Or international break will be after these Champions League ties, I guess. Oh, saving game. So I had FM20 Touch, and what's nice about this game is how there's no longer so many, like, you know at certain points it's just going to be a long shot goal, and there really aren't as many long shot goals as there are in FM20. Did anyone find that? If they played the regular FM20, there were, like, lots of long range goals, and it got really boring fast. Oh my gosh, Shakhtar nearly came back. In fact, they were level, and then the last minute Golovin knocks them out. Oof. Yeah, these were comfortable as I thought. So, guys, obviously I'm open to if there's a chat going on. I see. Yes, good. But no one has put anything in the chat, so I'll keep quiet in that regard. Rangers against Sevilla, the Scottish champions, against a team which you always feel could challenge for the Spanish title, but never quite pull it off. Still, this is a very respectable side at the end of the day. Can Rangers surprise under Van Bronckhorst? Or will this be Sevilla cruising through the 2-2 draw, more bad luck on their end than anything? And the real Sevilla will show their face in the second leg. Alanda getting to that. Barisic. Hadji. Glenn Kamara. Barisic. Ryan Kent, Kamara to Sakala. Lundstrom. In comes Sakala! What a save! No, it is not a save from Dimitrovic, although the text annotation suggested that it was. Delaney's on low fitness already, wow. So Delaney filling in for the suspended Fernando. Not Goodell. Ryan Kent, lol. Ryan Kent played... Oh, he was at Bristol City and he got loaned out a lot. So Coventry, Barnsley, Freiburg at one point, Bristol City. I see. Never deemed good enough for Liverpool. Barisic to fashion Sakala. Hadji. Alfredo Morelos. Camera. Here's Kent! What a chance. You know the game's going to give Sevilla the win. And in the other matches, Vardy injured instantly, but a Cabral penalty, giving Leicester 2-1 lead, I think. So that's Marseille maybe making a comeback against Leverkusen. Ryan Jack trying to break into the box. Lundstrom. Here's Hadji. Low ball. Kent! It's in! Ryan Kent gives Rangers the lead. Sevilla stunned into silence. And Dimitrovic was helpless. Papu Gomez injured. Sakala will come off at some point anyway. Wow. What an opening half. And based on the chance creations so far over the course of the game relative to each other, Rangers have definitely deserved their lead. Another throw in for Rangers. Glenn Kamara. Hadji. Rakitic wins it though. Thomas Delaney. Oliver Torres. He's freed Ocampos. Great movements. McGregor with a fine save. Really great save. It's a corner, but Sevilla would have wanted a goal badly. Rakitic. And lands with the key header. Hadji, he tries to free Morelos, but Navas with a good tackle. Lovely pass from Oliver Torres in the end for Lucas Ocampos. Easily Sevilla's best chance of the night. Just so those other games I watched, this is a cup tie, remember, so Sevilla only have to equalise. They would be, Rangers would be through on away goals if it's still applied, even if Sevilla was to just equalise. Just a leveller will keep the tie going into extra time. Maripan back to Marko Dimitrovic. Diego Carlos. Augustinsson. En-Nesyri. Torres. Mir. Oliver Torres. En-Nesyri. Rakitic. Good build up. It's Mir! And he's equalised. Flags up. Goal is ruled out. Rafa Mir's goal will not stand. It's still 1-0. We had Ocampos fail to score from a through ball. Now Rafa Mir did, but it's offside and it won't count. Johan Jordan replaces Delaney. Hadji. There's Balogun. Morelos with a tap in. He may have been offside too. Sevilla's chances of progressing hinge on this call. It's disallowed too. And they breathe again. That surely would have been the end. Champions luck. We know Sevilla's record in this competition is history in their favour once again tonight. 10 minutes to find out. Ryan Kent is booked. '89th minute. Kemar Mirrors won it, beating Kamara. Barisic blocks it out. Gathered up by Sevilla with Maripan. Jesus Navas. Jordan. Oliver Torres stretching for it. Congolo. Jordan. Rakitic. It's Navas! What a block! Navas a second time! Oh, was he brought down? Mike Oliver says it's a penalty. And maybe Sevilla's luck is to continue. But Rakitic has to score this. He doesn't! McGregor has thwarted him, but can Rakitic get to the rebound? It's out of play. What a fine save from McGregor because it's low and he keeps his feet on the line. Absolutely fantastic penalty save. And Rangers, on paper, they shouldn't have had a chance. They're through. Sevilla are out. They've won this competition 6 times, as recently as 2020. And they have fallen incredibly to the Scottish side. Olympique Marseille couldn't beat Bayer Leverkusen in the end. Napoli comfortably saw Fenerbahce. Same with Sporting against Leicester. In the Champions League, yes, Barcelona cancelled deficit. Zebra were absolutely emphatic. And Inter couldn't score again against Real Madrid. City got the win done, beating Dortmund by the odd goal by a 1-goal margin in both legs. Tite watching over Diego Carlos in the second leg. Hope you like what he saw, even though his side were knocked out, eliminated. And already the quarter-finals. Leverkusen against San Sebastian. Monaco against Lazio, and Sporting take on Napoli. So some pretty even quarter-finals all round, you have to say. I don't know which one to pick. They're all good. Sporting against Napoli, who you'd think are better on paper, but Sporting always punch above their weight. San Sebastian against Leverkusen. Rangers against Villarreal. I'll go with Monaco against Lazio. I feel they're very evenly matched, those two. So we've got some quarter-final matches, and I'm not interested in seeing any of them. Not really, no. Spanish Cup is not on, is it? Spanish Cup on? Spanish Cup isn't on until April. Italian Cup is... It's what about the Pokal? Is that on? They always clash with FA Cup games in this save. No, it's not on until April. Pokal. Lol, Union Berlin knocked out Mönchengladbach on penalties. And then penalties win for Borussia Dortmund here. Bielefeld closed off a 2-goal deficit. That's impressive. And then in the end, all down to penalties. And Haaland, Royce, Bellingham, Wolf scored. Kruger and Lasme for Bielefeld, but Schopf and Nilsson couldn't score. And that was it. Actually, let's look at the penalties for Mönchengladbach against. Oh wow, they took their first penalty, missed it. And then Wolf and then Bolo. Hannes Wolf, the player, missed. And wait, Max Cruz, did Max Cruz play? Or was he subbed off? He was subbed off. I thought surely he would have taken a penalty if it came to that. And Hannes Wolf, left-footed. Oh, I suppose he either-footed. Yeah, Hannes Wolf, what a player. I just love his name. Hannes Wolf. Maybe it's not pronounced like that and I'm being sensationalist. Whatever. Okay. How's the Bundesliga? Is it Bayern on top then? Yeah, but not by much. Syria. Let's check Syria. Let's look at Syria. Let's see how their points table's doing. Sergio Aguero comes up. Wow, Zebra and, of course, Spezia have fallen off, as you'd expect. They were in the top 4, for those who don't remember. Top 4 last time. Cagliari last, so it's getting that right at least. Zebra and Roma both contending for the title here. Let's look at schedule here. You see, Slavia Praha 5-3 on aggregate. They've played 40-3-1 the whole time. Let's look at this one then. Well, comparable amount of XG for both sides in the end. But it is Villar and Cristante. Double pivot. I see. So wait, he was subbed off tactically. He played 9 minutes before being resubbed. That's ridiculous. Mourinho's a fraud. Get him out. Just want to see if there's any penalty shootouts. No. Trabzonspor lost to Braga, right? Spurs are still. Haha, Spurs are through. Oh wow, Pacos de Ferreira knocked out West Ham. In turn knocked out by Feyenoord. Ooh, wow. Can see Lyon. Lyon could go through. Lyon, of course, are in the Europa League. It's a very, very exciting Europa League, honestly. Yeah. Wow. And then we've got the international break after that. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to skip ahead to the international break and these playoffs, which could well decide who goes through to the World Cup. 3 teams from 12 nations, isn't it? So much is possible. Not much going on, eh? Oh, the Champions League game should be sorted now. No, who's playing here? Oh, wow. Atletico Madrid against Zebra and Man United against... You know what? I'm going to watch this one. Not Man United against PSG unless it's the second leg. Real Madrid against Man City. And then the return legs. I don't know who I'd want to see from those, and we've already picked for the... Yep. And then I'm obviously not watching these after all on the same night. Roma against Lyon probably is the most exciting tie, you'd think. Italiano's been sacked by Fiorentina. Coleman, not Chris Coleman. John Coleman sacked by Accrington Stanley. As we head into the international break for March. Michel deserved the axe at Girona. So now it's sacking season because it's the international break. Less deflection. Less notable in the media, basically. We're getting so close to these playoffs. Norway against Russia. I think the game is going to save anyway before I can watch the playoffs. Told you. Look at how many of the badges in the game are. You know, it's not the actual badges. It's only the real ones for like Roma and Bayern München there. Okay, England fails to make chances pay against the Czech Republic. Is this like actually like a competitive game, like they play a full strength 11? No, Southgate played what looks like an A team, yes. And he created loads of chances. Kane got an injury instantly, and tight calf. It's like you see an injury, you think, oh my gosh, is this an enormous injury that could change a whole season for the club? No, it's not. Norway against Russia. Russia, Russia. Sorry, that chant is so good. I don't know. Is that what they say? I'm sure that's what they say. Well, it is a cup tie of a very dramatic kind. Whoever wins this still isn't guaranteed a place in the Qatar tournament. Mathematically speaking, it doubles their chances. Here we go. Forty 3-1 for Russia, 4-4-2 for Norway. But what we'll do is, as Norman gets a yellow card instantly, and we go to a highlight, I might check the other scores live. Norman cuts that out. No foul given against Shorloff. Miranchuk. To his namesake, Juba! He's brought over by Østegård. No foul that time either. Hansen into King. Now it's Erling Haaland. Across the box. King! Off the line. And just wide in the end. Haaland decided not to go for goal himself. He was unselfish. King struck it. I think it was Ødegaard who missed a huge opportunity on the rebounds. 17 minutes in. Golovin's free kick. It's direct. Well over the bar. Ødegaard, Scholoff, Elianusi. Scholoff. Haaland! Fractions from the crossbar. It's not recorded as having hit the woodwork, but still so close. Safonov gets it away. Norman heads it at the foot of midfield. Ozdoyev, Miranchuk, Golovin. Golovin overlapping. Mellin gets it away. And it's with Erling Haaland. Josh King. And that ball was way too heavy for Haaland, and Safonov shepherds it, no problem. No worries at all. Ødegaard. Hansen downfield. Scholoff wins his duel. Scholoff is through. And he goes right through it. A horrible, wasted opportunity there. Thomas Delaney sees red in the Denmark game against Wales. Golovin to take the corner. And Jikia with the clearest chance for Russia so far. And he glanced it wide. That's a good chance, as apparently Ødegaard missed a really big one. I think that might have been the one like really early in the game when Ødegaard had that rebound and it was just wide, yes. Delakazayev. Yuri Zhirkov. Or Zhirkov. Through to Miranchuk. Golovin controls. Karavayev takes a tumble. Oil Fernandes. inquiring whether it was indeed a foul. Yes! Penalty to Russia! What does he do about Norman? Nothing. No second yellow. Not yet, maybe. Miranchuk. Anton Miranchuk scores! It all happened in the first minute of the second half. And Norway have a half to save their hopes of going through to the tournament. They've had the better chances so far. They haven't taken them. Russia have. It's 1-0. Zhukov. Kazayev. Ozdoyev. Golovin intercepted by Martin Ødegaard. Rierson. Ødegaard. So we'll try and pick someone downfield. It's Shorloff. He's won his header. Haaland tries to spread it into King. Safanov away. Melling. Aya. Floated over into King. Haaland! 1-1. They were behind for just 4 minutes. And one of the finest centre-forwards in the world does his job for country, as he has so often done for club. All square, but there's still less than 40 minutes. Plenty to happen still, potentially. Haaland, King, Ødegaard. Nice ball to Erling Haaland. He'll try and squeeze it in. And again, Shorloff, 2-1. Norway take the advantage in no time at all. Here we see it without the lag. Haaland was tackled. He decided to lay it off, and Shorloff, the fellow left footer, fires it home. 2-1 Norway. Golovin. Kazayev. Golovin trying to go all the way. Norman has to be careful. Elianusi. Tries to spot Josh King, but Karavayev is superior. Intercepting that time, Rierson. Ødegaard. Daviv missed the header. Ødegaard has inadvertently assisted. Of course, he was hoping to feed Haaland, but that ball wasn't really going anywhere. And Daviv couldn't connect with the header. He just couldn't do his job at a crucial moment. Mistimed it really. Haaland swept in and swept Norway into a 3-1 lead. He's been involved in all 3 of Norway's goals today. As you can see, it's level in Romania against Sweden. Puskas's penalty, cancelling out Svanberg's opener. And it's 0-0 in 2 other games, Denmark, Wales and Scotland, Serbia. Which enjoy is this? Well, let won't let me click on anything. Okay. I have to say, with superior XG, Norway have fully earned their leads, and after going behind briefly, they look set. They truly look set for the final of these playoffs. In no small part thanks to an incredible 5-minute performance from Borussia Dortmund's Erling Haaland. Erling Brot Haaland is his full name here. Strandberg to Morten Forsby. Milling. Milling, Strandberg. Carrying the ball forward, Forsby. Nilsson. Out to Rierson, who's overlapping. Rierson again. Over the bar and in by Hauge. Was that offside though? Looks like it won't count. Hauge way ahead of everyone. Even the goalkeeper maybe. I don't know why the replay of the goal is shown first before it's chalked off. But it certainly, I guess it doesn't stand because they show the replay. Yep, it won't count. It's a lovely finish from point blank from Jens Petter Hauge on loan to Eintracht Frankfurt from AC Milan, but still maybe just an opportunity for Russia to come back into this, but they have to act quickly. Aside from this game, only one of the other matches in this tie are level. Serbia taking the lead late through Vlahovic in Scotland, although Switzerland have just taken the lead over Poland through Brill and Bolo, and Wales score through Roberts, I don't know which one that is. Scotland equalise late, Ryan Christie. It's all going off here in the dying minutes. Will Poland equalise as Katic gets an injury late for Bosnia? So when Anton Moranchuk stepped up, and somehow Norman not receiving a second yellow, you thought that Norway were in big trouble, and they came back emphatically. Would things have been different if Norman had received a second yellow after conceding the penalty? No one can be sure. What is certain is that Erling Haaland took initiative and steered his country to a place in the final with an incredible performance. And maybe it should have been more goals yet for Norway. Russia out of World Cup contention. Switzerland and Wales winning late. Iceland conceding late, and even though they were able to reply in extra time through Finn Bogason, they lost on penalties, and I believe Finn Bogason is a very elite penalty taker. He's scored pretty much like every one of them, really. But Finn Bogason with a late finish, and in the end it was penalties from Krunic, Brunic, Demirovic and Duljevic, as Gudmundsson scored, but so did Bodvarsson, but Finson and Omarsson failed to convert. Vrancic and Pjanic, were they on the pitch? No. Just want to see who the fifth penalty taker may have been then, if it wasn't him. May have been someone like Kolasinac. Maybe not Kolasinac. But in the end, yes, they failed to convert their penalties. Is this the Burnley player who's left-footed? I believe it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is Johan Gudmundsson, who went to Charlton at one point. And he took the second penalty, didn't he? Yes, he did. It's a good lineup really from Bosnia, and they go through to a playoff final. So Romania, Sweden. Oh, imagine if Romania could have taken this one and they couldn't. Oh, they had so many good chances apparently, and the shootout was catastrophic. Lindelof, Anderson, and Gyökeres all scored, but Puskás, Diac, and Kesharu all missed their penalties. Yikes! That's nightmarish. And Scotland did the double. Oh, that's nightmarish for Serbia. It's a reverse of the because this time it's Scotland. The home side concedes, then they equalise late, but Scotland this time win through the penalty shootout. Vlahovic missing this time. Goudet and Tadic scored their penalties in real life in Belgrade a year back. McBurney, Christie, McGinn, Hickey and Cooper scored, and I believe only McBurney and McGinn took penalties in real life. Wow. So it's a repeat of the same wow. And still Scotland got the better. Serbia out of the World Cup in real life. They are going to the tournament. It's crazy. They are always able to they always get to the World Cup and never the European Championships. Maybe that's to change at some stage. So the finals are between Ooh, I don't know about these. I feel Norway and Sweden have the advantage, and Switzerland too. I don't know really. Denmark, of course, eliminated. So sad, man. I don't know. I'm going to say Wales, Switzerland, because I think Wales... Let's just check the XG for this game. Obviously no missed penalty, but yeah, Wales were comfortably better. I think once Delaney got sent off, it was just pressure. That's the thing. Could Norway have held on if Norman had been sent off? Indeed, Switzerland, Poland. How was that one? So 4-3-1. Krychowiak click double pivot, and the XG was comparable in a number of respects, and in the end, yes, Switzerland win. I feel it'd be pretty evenly matched, Wales, Switzerland, and that's the game we'll be watching. It's going to be a massive game. Oh, what time is it? It's coming up to 4, right? Yeah, it's 5 to 4, and you can already see this like evening light. It's looking like the sky is already getting distinctively darker. It will be night soon here in England. Here we go. The big game. So, Lee Johnson sacked. I thought Lee Johnson sacked by Scotland. Lee Johnson sacked by Sunderland. In real life, I think quite a few Sunderland fans are really happy with Johnson and think he should be the guy to stay with them long term. He has the right sort of game plan, the right sort of progress. If they can get into the Championship, they'll only keep recovering from there. Can be a Premiership team again. Man, Sunderland's collapse and rebirth is extraordinary. It's just they have to get promoted. This is their 4th season in League One. The worry is that they'll never go up again, but they will. They're too big of a name to fail. I know that gets tossed around, and sometimes it happens. Teams go under, but I don't think that's going to happen for Sunderland in particular. So, Wales, Switzerland. I feel Switzerland will prevail, but I can see Wales committing themselves somewhat. Okay, guys. And of course, I'll keep track of the same matches as players. You're not meant to be on the bench. What do you guys do for a living? The match gets underway. Levitt. Levitt's free kick! And Sommer with an important save and Zakaria off the line. Norway score early from the penalty spot with Erling Haaland. You can see the penalty in the semi-final, now a penalty of their own in the final to go in front there. Hal Robson Kanu. Levitt. Roden. Levitt to Woodburn. Chris Metham. Ethan Ampadu. Ben Davis to Dan James. Ampadu. Woodburn. Ben Davis. Past Shaqiri. Dan James. Tyler Roberts. Over the top into Tyler Roberts! It's in! But what about the offside? It's given! The goal is given. Roden's fantastic through ball will be legal. Tyler Roberts was in a good position. And Wales leads in the final. One knockout game to get into the World Cup. From what I can gather, this is in the Millennium Stadium because, of course, Wales would be hosting it, and the attendance is way higher than anything you'd get in the Cardiff City Stadium, where they normally host Wales' games. Corner for Switzerland, Xherdan Shaqiri. Elvedi got on the end of it, but couldn't get it down. A massive opportunity. Skied it well over the bar. It's a penalty to level things up for Scotland. Turnbull. And then goals from Ibrahimovic and Svanberg in addition to Larsson's. 3-0 already. 4-0, Bosnia completely rolled over. I don't think they have a man shortage or an injury problem. They are just completely capitulating here. Elianusi on 40 minutes has doubled as puts Norway back into the lead. So, half-time, Switzerland needs a response. Dan N'Doye comes on for Xherdan Shaqiri, so a big source of creativity sacrificed. Removed from the pitch. Nelson gets injured. Vishka gets one back for Bosnia. So carry on for Mbolo. Substitutes not particularly great, are they? For Switzerland. 3-1 to Norway, so it looks like they are safely through to the essentially the last 32. Who have they got in midfield? Jacques Freuler, that's okay. That front three, maybe not the best. Steven Zuber. It's a good back line, relatively speaking. I don't think individually not terrible. I don't know why Zakaria is... He can play at centre back, but he is just better in midfield. Just the young man. "15 minutes to go. Lotomba on for Ricardo Rodriguez. Switzerland really need to take a chance. Here's Mbabu. Freuler. So, Connor Roberts looked like more of a shot than a cross from So. And Wales will try and break with Tyler Roberts here. The score of the original, of the only goal in this match so far. There's still 10 minutes to play. Levitt. Xhaka wins it. Xhaka delays for Zuba. Back to Zakaria. Zakiri. And Zoy. So, Zakiri! He looks onside. Did he foul the keeper? There is actually a question of offside. He looks on to me. It wasn't. The goal won't stand. And there's still massive pressure on Switzerland to find an answer. He slotted it past Wards. It won't stand. Switzerland still have to score. Granit Xhaka. Nikel Elvedi. Edmondson Fernandez. Kevin and Babu. Low cross. Super! In the blink of an eye, the mood in the stadium changes. And Switzerland, who are applying pressure but maybe not succeeding with that offside goal, have tied it all up. Steven Zuba's header from Kevin Mbabu's cross. A bit of deja vu. It was Mbabu's cross onto Seferovic's head when Switzerland pull one back against France in that memorable 8th final. An all-time classic, actually, at the European Championships last summer. And Zoe. They couldn't steal the winner in Cardiff, could they? And Zoe's cross, very deep. Zuba! He nearly got another. It loops over the bar. And this game has an extra chapter, an extra 30 minutes. A massive header from Haris Seferovic. No, sorry, not from Haris Seferovic. From Steven Zuba, a very emphatic header, 0.33 in the end it was. That could see his team saved. It is extra time. Extra score, latest scores. So it was 4-1 to both sides in the end. Norway and Sweden comfortably through to the World Cup finals. Just this one level. I did feel Sweden and Norway would have the home advantage, although I didn't expect either to romp to victories like that. I feel those should be seeded. I don't like that it can be a home side. Either team can get home side randomly. I would rather it was as Lockyer's header just over the bar. The idea that, yeah, a team can randomly be appointed home, whether they're the weaker or stronger team. I think the lower seeded team or higher seeded, I don't know. It should be arbitrarily the lower or higher seeded team should get home advantage in these sorts of situations. 15 minutes to play. pretty even on XG. But is there to be a late shock? Xhaka gets a yellow card, first Swiss player to do so. Harry Wilson's delivery. Away by Joe Rodon. Zakiri's challenge, and Ndoye might lead a break for the Swiss here. Tackled by Tyler Roberts. He's done it. Very admirable. Wales not giving up the fight at this late stage, and that's more, they're still pushing for a winner as opposed to settling for what they have and hoping that in the improbability of penalties they can pull something out there. Zakiri's nicked it though. Zakiri downfield. He distributes it to Fernandez. Nalzuba. Granit Xhaka and Ndoye. Across the box, and Zuba missed. Neither side wanting to let in. But if both of them staying committed right to the very end. One extra minute. It's penalties. Penalties to decide who is going to the World Cup finals. It's already finished in Sweden and Norway. But in Wales, in Cardiff. Oh no, we don't want only commentary, goodness no. We want full match. This goes to penalties. This is a finale that will bring anxiety not just to Welsh and Swiss fans, but football fans across the continent, across the globe. A massive result in the reckoning here. Switzerland against Wales. Switzerland won a shootout and lost a shootout last summer, 4 years before they lost a shootout to Poland. I don't believe Wales had ever engaged in a penalty shootout before. Their only international tournaments of late were those 2 European Championships, and before then that was more or less before penalties ever existed. They won late against Northern Ireland, I remember, and that could have gone to a shootout had the game continued. Both sides were pretty tight defensively. An own goal decided it in the end. So Wales haven't really had a chance, nor in the Nations League, nor in the playoffs for the European Championships. They weren't even in those. They were automatically through. So Wales will start proceedings, I'm sure. Maybe not. Okay, I'm ready. The scoreboard comes up. I assume that's Danny Ward. It's at the other end, actually. Who's this? Is this? Don't know who that is. There's Marchesano. Native player, plays his football in Switzerland. Is ready. Just waiting for the goalkeeper to come from the other end. Danny Ward, it is. I think it's the Anselmo in the other goal. Either way, if you had Burki, that would still be alright. And then they have another goalkeeper for PSV, Mvogo, right? As Marchesano is ready. Is the delay going to have an effect in Marchesano placing his penalty? No! Dispatches it very well in the end. Harry Wilson, the first Welsh player. And the first Welsh player to take a penalty in an international shootout. And it's saved. Can Jan Sommer be a hero again? He's now saved penalties in all of Switzerland's last 3 shootouts. Couldn't get a save on any of the 5 Polish penalties in France a few years back. Zakiri now second for Switzerland against Danny Ward. It's 2-0 despite Ward's best efforts. Of course, these two sides engage in a 1-1 draw in the group stage of the European Championships. It wasn't settled by a shootout. It's Johnson to take Wales' second penalty. Oh, what a save from Sommer again. He is the ultimate penalty killer. A hero, a national hero when it comes to penalties. And Doye can put Switzerland at match point already here. He does. Wales are fearing the worst, and understandably so. And all the responsibility falls on the veteran Ben Davies. Wales at the point of no return. He has to score. He can't! It is the most cruel, tragic fashion for the home nation to bow out through. The Welsh have succumbed. Surely they will improve in the future through spot kicks. But tonight just wasn't their night. And Switzerland, who grow stronger and stronger with every tournament you feel, have pulled off the surprise. And Wales, despite their heroics against Denmark, couldn't repeat the trick at home. Switzerland advance to the knockout stages. It is a truly heartbreaking moment. There aren't really much worse superlatives, much stronger superlatives to describe this. Such intense despair the home side will be feeling. Switzerland won the coin toss. And of course, Xhaka infamously missed from the spot in that shootout in France over 5 years ago. He didn't even end up having to take one. I imagine Zuber or Zakaria would have taken one too. Edmilson Fernandez. In the end, it didn't matter. All 3 players who took penalties in the end were substitutes. Marquezano, Zakiri and Ndoye. So there's Marquezano of Zurich. And Zakiri, who is on loan from Brighton to Augsburg in the Bundesliga. And then Ndoye, who is a young man from OSG Nice, joining permanently to Basel. All 3 took their penalties and they put their country in the World Cup finals. Absolutely remarkable. As I said, they've gotten stronger and stronger over the years, Switzerland. And what clearer statement can you make than triumphing in a penalty competition? Absolute despair, nonetheless. they would have hoped for so much more. And when they mock at home in their stadium by a goal to nil, they would have wanted a party. Switzerland have very much crashed it. Absolutely shocking. Joy for Switzerland, though, who advance. Let me just check the news. See if they make it as dramatic as I am. World Cup European qualifying section. News headlines. Super sub Ndoye inspires Switzerland. Played the part of a super sub for Switzerland. Switzerland came from behind to defeat Wales on a wet evening at Millennium Stadium, which doesn't usually host Wales games. In match where VAR was also used. Tyler Roberts gave Wales the lead with a close range finish into the bottom corner in the 14th minute. The VAR system advised to change the referee Skills Manzano's decision to initially disallow the goal. Experienced winger Steven Zuber equalised for 83 minutes after a close range header. In the shootout that followed, it turned out to be heartache for Wales as fullback Ben Davies missed the final penalty. This is Brennan Johnson, I keep thinking of Ben Johnson, the West Ham fullback. So it is over for Wales. They won't play in the tournament. I can't remember, are they? I think they're in the playoffs, aren't they? Oh wait, both them and Czech Republic are in the playoffs. Yeah, Belgium automatically through. Sweden goes to the playoffs, right? And Norway, of course, eliminated. Sadly, Scotland are in the playoffs. Bosnia eliminated completely, like they are here. Extraordinary. No, drama. That's all. That's all it is. Wow, sad ending to the game. They had an opportunity. They had such an opportunity to pull something off here. And it was in vain. Oh, I think I'm being dramatic because it's like, I can imagine it happening in real life. Like, imagine Wales in the playoffs hosting the thing, and then and then it's over, man. Then they lose the game. That is just cruel. That is just so cruel. What's this around the world thing? I haven't looked at this. Oh right, yeah, this is a bit. I've seen this before, actually. Yes. Pinsolio to Houston. Oh wow. Is that on loan or? Okay. Leagues in focus. So Liverpool and City nip and tuck there. Zebra with a point lead over Roma. And Helinho proud of his first cap. He finally got a game for Spain. Kubo in training injury blow. Madrid and Barcelona, it's very wow, if only the tie race was that close now. And Syria B, Parma and Brescia looking really good. Dux hit by flu. Is that a club or is that's a player, right? Yeah, Marvin Dux will miss 8 days because of flu. That's awful. Oh man. So I something else came up, guys, so I will need to end the stream soon. I won't sim any more matches. I think the next matches I will be streaming would be the quarterfinal. Yeah, I'm going to save those for next stream. So quarterfinals and semi-finals, definitely likely. Obviously, and then there's some cup semi-finals. So you've got the Spanish Cup final, the FA Cup semi-final, the Italian Cup semi-final, German Cup semi-final clashes. They always seem to happen on the same day somehow, so I can't do those. There's no break in April, obviously, for internationals. So what it looks like is going to happen is, it's brilliant. Yeah. It's over. my stream is coming to an end. I suppose I may as well wrap it up here. It's been a lot of fun. Not as long as the other streams again, but if I'm honest with you, I have to go. Tomorrow, as long as my laptop runs well and everything, I will stream more. So the Champions League quarterfinals, Europa League quarters, the semi-finals and the cups, those sorts of things I will cover. At least we got a penalty shootout to watch. That was good. That was fun. All right. I will see you all very soon. Take care all. I will see you tomorrow for some more action. Take care until then.